no tiene una caja de esa grande transparente para meter las cosas. Para que no se me mojen las cosas.
I don't know what you're saying.
Jan Bolorjek is the pastor of Riverton Park United Methodist Church here in Tukwila, a suburb of Seattle. In the past year, the church has helped about 1,000 migrants find shelter, food and clothing.
Somehow this place has been listed across the country and at the border that this is the place to go. And yet I'm kind of embarrassed when they get here and we have to say, no, you got to sleep in a wet, soggy tent.
Early on, the church's open door for the most vulnerable was met with local donations and support from the city. But Bolorjek says those limited resources are now being stretched by as many as 25 new asylum seekers per week.
It's wall-to-wall mattresses at night with people sleeping, and all of their possessions are lining the edges of the room. It's not the best system, but it's the best we can do.
Jeremiah Lefaux says he left Angola with his wife and children in December 2022.
When I arrived here in the United States, I didn't have a place to go. They protected me, and then I was given food and drink, and I felt safe.
Unlike refugees who may receive assistance through resettlement programs, asylum seekers may find themselves homeless with no means to support themselves until their work permit application is approved. Bolorjek says that in the past year, only one person seeking shelter at her church has gotten their work permit.
They don't have a proper ID because all they have are their asylum papers coming across the border. And so some shelters turn them away for that. There are still a lot of people sleeping out there on the street, of course, joining the other 14,000 that we have sleeping on our streets.
When temperatures dropped below freezing here, donations and funding from local and state agencies moved hundreds of asylum seekers from tents to hotels. State Representative Mia Gregerson is working toward a more coordinated response with a bill that aims to empower the local Office of Refugee and Immigrant Assistance.
Tukwila is a tiny little city. I think they're really rolling their sleeves up well and really making a go of that. But there is a lot of uncertainty. What are we going to do when the funds run out? The idea is that the office is able to be nimble and be able to utilize resources quickly to not only put them into the system to get them legal advice that's correct and factual and quick, to get them the education resources, the transportation needs, and housing vouchers.
Governor Jay Inslee is asking lawmakers for more than $8 million in additional funding in his latest state budget to support people who do not qualify for federal refugee resettlement services. Meanwhile, the Biden administration pushing for measures to reduce the number of asylum seekers who can enter the U.S. Natasha Mozgovaya, VOA News, Tukwila, Washington.